And a good Friday to everyone. Jewel here with J7409 Weather as we check out the weather in general and severe weather that may come up today. Boy, oh boy, the 4th of July produced some weather indeed. All kind of things going on for people trying to celebrate. We had flash flooding in Minnesota where over 3 inches of rain fell in 1 hour. We had microbursts that came down and destroyed one home completely and didn't touch the homes on either side. That's how these microbursts work. Also, we cannot forget about the biggest earthquake in Southern California in the last 20 years. A 6.4 hit Ridgecrest, California. Okay? It was 2 fault lines that were working. I'm really curious to see what happens with that in the days coming myself. They've had over 100 aftershocks already in that area. What we're looking at right now, though, folks, is the NAM 12K surface reflectivity map. Excuse me, having a problem this morning. Map, and this is courtesy of Tropical Tidbit, so let's turn it on and get going, and you watch it, okay? This is what should happen the next 3 days. Now, earlier this month, I put out the July forecast, and I showed you how hot it was going to be above in Alaska. Well, southern Alaska continues to bake, and it's going to flirt with all-time record heat through this weekend. We got the slight risk of a more excessive rainfall across the Midwest and central northern plains today, and we got a slight risk of excessive rainfall for the central high plains and the northeast tomorrow. A strengthening high-pressure system over much of Alaska is expected to continue to foster dry and significant heat for southern portions of the state. Now, Anchorage set an all-time high record yesterday for the region, and it looks like it's going to remain similar to these temperatures you're having into early next week. Now, the stable conditions accompanying this ridge, they should lead to air quality issues near the peninsula in Alaska. Where in Alaska, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, they're having brush fires that are continuing to burn. Now, downstream, across the Pacific Northwest, and upper level disturbance is expected to strengthen, and it's going to drop slowly southeast, which should lead some cooling across the region and lead to isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon and evening, with coastal ranges and the Cascades area as well as the northern continental divide. We have a front across the northern plains, upper Midwest, and upper Mississippi Valley. It will make slow and steady progress to the southeast into Sunday, and it should act as a focus for showers and thunderstorms from the northern plains through the Midwest, where today you guys have a risk of excessive rainfall, so be aware of that. Into portions of the Ohio Valley in the northeast where this excessive rain exists for tomorrow. Now, in the warmer and more tropical air mass to the southeast, scattered thunderstorms are expected across much of the south and to the mid-Atlantic states, some which may contain locally heavy rainfall. Temperature-wise, 100 plus in the desert southwest, but otherwise in the 80s and 90s across southern Alaska and much of the lower 48 outside the northern plains. The highest elevations of the Appalachians and higher elevations of the Rockies, you should cool down just a little. Highs in the 70s will be more prevalent. And for severe weather today, here's a categorical outlook right quick for you for today. And you can see this little horseshoe right here. I would not be surprised if a little of severe weather does not break out in here from Wyoming down into Colorado and across Kansas and up into Nebraska. Anywhere in this green, you could have a chance of a splash and dash pop-up thunderstorm, which could be accompanied by high winds or maybe some hail and possibly a microburst downdraft. Those things are dangerous, folks, and they do happen. But this is what it's looking like for today. I had someone jot me a note yesterday. I'm in Wyoming, and boy, it's nasty, blah, blah, blah. But I told you where it was going to be, and you can see right here today where it could be again in this dark green and yellow. As we move along now, this is what the wind is looking like in that Horseshoe Cup area. Again, the most high winds are looking like from Colorado through Kansas up into Nebraska. I think we jumped one here. This is the tornado outlook. It's low, but it's there. From Montana through Colorado, parts of Wyoming, parts of South Dakota, and parts of Nebraska at 10%. Now we looked at the wind. Now let's go up to the hail. That horseshoe area again, from parts of Wyoming down through Colorado, across Kansas, and up into Nebraska. You have a 15% chance of hail today, 5% everywhere else in the brown. Now, when we look for thunderstorm activity, boom, it's summertime. These things are going to pop up, folks. If you have outdoor activities planned, I know you're very, very aware of this. Please make sure if a severe storm does pop up, you have a place to go to stay safe. Yesterday also, we had people that got struck by lightning. I mean, it was just a weather day indeed. As the day goes on and gets warmer, you can see how these storms are going to increase down in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way up to Pennsylvania, large portion of West Virginia, parts of Virginia, and over in Missouri, Arkansas, southern Illinois, a little bit of the tip of western Kentucky over into Kansas. Now, by early evening, look out Florida. Here you are. 70% chance of severe thunderstorm activity could be coming your way. You see it marked out. And that's a chance right there of where some of these microbursts could pop out. You could have some more severe weather. So folks, you know, I think sometimes when I tell you have a chance of flash flooding, you kind of brush it off, but don't. Yesterday was a prime example, okay? Prime example where people were not close to water at all, no lakes, no rivers, no nothing, and it was in Minnesota. They had over 3 inches of rain in 1 hour, and people were driving through it. Well, they got stuck. After it quit, they had to get towed. Don't drive through any rainwater standing. And something else, don't walk through it barefooted. You can pick up all kind of nasty germs and diseases from it. So, with all that in mind, I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed and you're into the weather, please click subscribe and then click that bell. I would appreciate it so much. And if you have any weather pictures you'd like to send so I can share them with everyone, please click show more underneath this video, scroll down, and you will find an email address to send them to. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to all. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching.